And welcome everyone back to Final Fantasy XIV as we are in the post-Stormblood section of everything. And Amy and I are slowly, and yes, Amy's here. She's not mic'd up this time, so we shouldn't have an echo or any weird thing. Yes, but she does have Kiko.
She doesn't normally sit on my lap, so this is very cute.
Yeah. But yes, we are in the post-Stormblood section of the game. Personally, we are working our way through we just finished 4.1, and that was a lot of fun. That ending was really cool. But yeah, we're well on our way towards Shadowbringers. But before we start Shadowbringers, of course, we have Metroid Prime. But before we start Metroid Prime, we have the post-Stormblood stuff, which includes the Omega Raids, which we'll be doing today, and see just how far we get. And it's up to you guys. I know a lot of you aren't the biggest Final Fantasy XIV followers or anything like that, and hopefully with Shadowbringers we'll be able to show you kind of what makes it so appealing. But I guess the question is, do you want to see the Ivalice raids, which I hear are good, but they're very chatty and long. They would take a while, but they are a canonical follow-up to the original Final Fantasy Tactics, I believe, written by that original writer.
Yes, he says that's canon.
So yeah, it's kind of considered a canonical follow-up to Tactics. So yeah, I don't know if that's something people are interested in. I've also seen some suggest that it might be worth streaming the end of 4.3 to because apparently things go down there. And yeah, so we don't have to decide that right away. We are just I see I'm part of Johnny's what is it called? Free Company, thank you. And they just changed up the the Free Company actions. Okay. Alpha saying we should stream the 4.3 ending. Definitely stream 4.3. And I guess the other question is whether you actually want to see the Ivalice raids. Because I know Amy loves story, but she got worn out when she went through them.
I also did it all in one day, so it was a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot to do all in one day. Either way, we have Omega here, which if you enjoyed the Nero and Sid energy that was going on at the end of Stormblood in the post-credit stuff, yeah. Cornflakes playing Final Fantasy XVI, and I sympathize with the 14 community. Yoshi P don't miss, huh? Yeah.
Mary agrees with me too.
Yeah, Mary was the son in our party. Was the one that helped Amy through that, and they did it all in one day.
She didn't do it the whole thing with me. She helped me at the end. She did like the last 3 hours with me.
The last 3 hours, my God. Yeah, I've not. So here's my thing. I'm not going to pick up Final Fantasy 16 until I beat the story mode, the world tour of Street Fighter 6, because I don't want to distract myself too much away from things. But yes, I do plan on picking up 16 after I finish that up. So yeah, we'll be playing that. Anyway, though, we have Omega to get through as we basically do all the prep work before we get into Shadowbringers. But yeah, let's see what Biggs and Wedge are up to. Well, I'll be damned, Milan. If this isn't Fate, I don't know what is. What are you up to, Wedge? The hunt for Omega. Omega's going to be fun for me. Oh, boy. Milan, thank the gods you're here. We need your help. In case you haven't heard, we've set up Operation in Rauger's Reach while we look for Omega. It's been decidedly slow going, I'm sorry to say, but we still haven't seen the blasted thing since it disappeared during the battle with Shinryu. Okay, Son's also waiting on playing 16 because there's so much to play. What are you laughing? Oh, I didn't realize what you were doing.
Putting Kiko around your head.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Sheesh.
Like this, Derek, watching the viewfinder. No, go back to where you were. I was doing this.
Oh. My God. Oh wow, Varsity Make 10 finished 16. Wow. You gonna do the Final Fantasy mode? Alright, looks like people do want to see Evilise, at least according to that poll. Alright, well, let's begin then. We got a lot to get through. Which is not to say we haven't made any progress. We know that Shinryu ended up in the Imperial's hands and that it was shackled with some very distinctive looking bindings when they found it. Obviously, only you know what could have done something like that, and the fact that the restraints were still functioning suggests it didn't shut down when the chief instructed it to either. Anyway, we were getting close to identifying Omega's whereabouts. By the way, can everybody hear the game just fine? We do have music going on, so just making sure. Getting close to identifying Omega's whereabouts when we encountered what you might call a problem. Mayhap it would be best if you came to the workshop and saw for yourself. Very low. Okay, let me... This might fix it. How about now? All right. Okay, yeah, I accidentally had the sound off. So that's good. All right, let's go talk to Biggs over here. There's a lot of plus quests around here, so Amy and I will have plenty to do when we're not doing all this story stuff. God, there's a lot of people to talk to over here. Here's Nero. Come now, Chief. That is entirely constructive. Mito, thank you very much. Oh, that reminds me, Alpha, I'm so sorry. Resubscribed to Tier 1 early on. Subscribed for 33 months now. Says, good evening, everyone. Couldn't make it to Monday, so welcome back, Derek. Hope you've enjoyed my vacation. Yes, we had a very, very nice vacation. Thank you so much. And Mito, thank you for your Tier 1 subscription as well. So, yeah. Let's see. Sid. Oh my gosh, Amy. Go on, suggest something, and I'll be here to do the exact bloody opposite. Well, they're getting along well. So much for improving efficiency. Spot the problem? Oh boy. What are we in for? It's so dark. Yes. It's so dark here right now. Surprised? Aye, so were we. He's been brought in as a consultant, believe it or not. How many times do I have to tell you you will play no part in this investigation? Your motives were dubious from the first, and nothing you have done since has served to make them any clearer. Out of necessity, I agreed to take part in Omega's activation, but that will be the extent of our cooperation. Passing judgment without due consideration, openly disparaging colleagues, not very chiefly of you, Chief. He looks like, Wesker from Resident Evil. Oh my god. I'll have you know I'm a sensitive new recruit who thrives on encouragement. Then I'll trust you'll thrive elsewhere when I encourage you to piss off. I will not have him on our roster, Jesse. Never mind anywhere near our work. His employment is to be terminated effective immediately. The thing is, Chief, we've already paid him in full, and it wasn't exactly a pittance either. 4/5 of what you get was the agreement. Holy crap. Look, whatever disagreements you might have had in the past, the fact is, we could do with his expertise now. Let's let him earn his keep, at the very least. I don't believe this. You claim my wholly justified ventures represent an unsustainable risk to the Ina Works, and then pay him a Sultan's ransom in advance? Him? Give me strength. This has been the way of it for a while now, on account of which we've had to put the investigation on hold. I'm going to go with let's investigate by ourselves. It's a shame the PS5s are so expensive, Lon. Tisk, tisk. As much as I admire your enthusiasm, hero, you will not get very far without some brains to complement your admirable brawn. Happily, I am blessed with a surfeit of the former. From this moment forth, you shall be my chaperone. With the realm's savior watching my every move, I couldn't possibly make any mischief, which should surely serve to allay my employer's concern. Forgive me, Milan. It was not my intent to embroil you in this mess. I didn't even know you were here. Seeing as you are, though, I cannot deny that I would be glad to have you on board. The fact is, we are no closer to understanding the true extent of Omega's powers, and even if it was damaged during its encounter with Shinryu, it seems highly doubtful that we'll be able to disable it unaided. We have got as far as identifying its likely resting place, but I for one would feel a lot more confident about surveying the area with you around to deal with any unexpected surprises. Might I persuade you to lend us a hand once more, old friend? Man, it is so dark. Then it's settled.
I was laughing at you.
Yeah. Chief, we have a problem. The etheric concentration levels at the Yawn are soaring. Our readings doubled from one moment to the next, and by the time we went to check them, they doubled again. What? But that can only mean... Evacuate the site. I shall handle this matter personally. I don't know why that ended up being that way, Corin. That's a good point. Biggs, Wedge, Milan, I need you to need you with me at the Yawn to the south of here. That's where we believe Omega came to rest. Jesse, hold the fort while I'm gone, and if possible, continue surveillance from a safe distance. Hey, the Pikmin 4 demo is officially out. That's good. And hey, Heroic Teddy. I know a lot of people were really waiting for that one. Alright, Chief. Watch yourself out there. Gotta love how, Pikmin's out, we're playing... Pikmin demo's out, we're playing Final Fantasy XIV. Final Fantasy XVI is out, we're playing Final Fantasy XIV. Am I to stay and mind the shop, too? Oh no, I'm not letting you out of my sight. But before you filled the room with maniacal laughter, I want you to remember something. When you collected your inexplicably lavish fee, the Ironworks Creed became your creed. That's freedom through technology, in case you've forgotten, not supremacy through elegant ingenuity. Breach this contract and I will have my pawns of flesh. Yeesh. Oh, it's an excellent year for games, Game Belt. Final Fantasy VI, soon will be Pikmin 4 is out, we're playing Pikmin 2. Yep. There's a bed over here. And Amy has her kangaroo. Yep, just Amy lying in bed with a chicken.
That sounds messed up.
Okay.
I wasn't lying, by the way. I was standing.
Okay, standing in bed with a chicken.
I was trying to figure out how to lie down, but I couldn't do it.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's go to the Yawn. Over to the... Oh, I see. Yeah, it wasn't coming through. Alright. I think... So... Man, there's still a bunch of stuff to do. So, Amy's actually... it's a pretty big deal for Amy, because a while ago, she stopped playing with her main character because she wanted me to catch up. And now, finally, I'm nearly there. I'm only 4 quests away from actually catching up to her main. So she's going to be able to play with her main character with me again, rather than her ult. Although that ult served to really remind you of the story.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I did.
Mm-hmm. Huh, would you look at that. Something decided to attack us. Cranky was just a... Oh. Oh, here's the Lyric and Sayo. Nice. Lyria. Yeah, Lyria. What's her main? Her main, what do you mainly play with, Belle?
An Aura.
Yeah, she's an Aura, but,
Zoom in on me.
but what's your class is what I'm saying.
Oh, Dancer and Samurai and Summoner.
Dancer, Samurai, Summoner.
I'm trying to remember something else. Those are definitely my favorites.
There's Belle. There's her main.
Monk, I also like. I wish I could do White Mage, but it's just too complicated on a controller. I don't have a good setup for that.
Time Sage says Dancer mains unite.
Woo!
I might as well put these two in the party because I'm pretty sure these raids are like 8-person parties.
Oh, my other character looks a lot like Liloria. My alt character.
Oh, nice. And yes, that is a unit outfit that Amy got.
That was a present, right?
Yes, I believe that was a present that I got you. You were very excited for that.
Oh, look.
Aw, nice. Well, that looks ominous. What in the seven hells is going on here? A veritable sea of condensed ether. Our precious has been busy.
Mary's asking if her brother can join.
Yeah, her brother can join. I have no problem with that. What villainy is this? Oh, it may go some more, whatever. In Blue Scary Helicopter, that is not grape juice. We can call that the Grimace Shake. Date this. Time Sage. Dragon Grandpa.
Oh no! No! Monokuma sucks.
I know. In slumber sweet have I lain since mine offspring's war with man did end. Yet I could not choose but stir at this abhorrent stench. Have care, mortal, for within this great hollow lieth Omega. I am going to print screen this one because I'm like, I'm saving that for later. That's a Twitter joke for later.
Oh my gosh.
Long have we known one another. Our history spanneth eons and stars. What the? Oh gods, what's happening? That's a cute chocobo. Aw, it's like a classic chocobo. It's so cartoony and cute. Nope. Chief, get out of there! It's a hologram. Eh? You're not dead. Oh, Eggroll's finishing up work. No worries.
Hi, Eggroll.
Apparently not. It passed straight through me as if it was some sort of illusion. 'Tis one of Omega's creations. Omega is a weapon wrought in a place beyond the reach of thy kind, capable of weaving ether into life. That serpent is yet unfinished, but doubt not that it will become a corporeal threat ere long. And yes, I believe in this game, dragons are aliens. They came from off planet. Well, whatever it is, it's gone. Well, this peculiar thing remains. That thing is adorable. We need to go. We need to strap rocket boots to it and go racing. If it looks like a chocobo and quez like a chocobo, I'm thinking it's probably a chocobo. Okay, this thing is adorable. I don't know if Bahamut's more of a primal. So technically a false god in that case. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna guess Cults of Fear is son's brother. Okay. There we go. It looks like a chocobo in the same way a mammoth looks like a person, if you know what I mean. You know, that's not inaccurate. You heard him quail, didn't you? He's a chocobo, I'm sure of it. Fascinating. We should dissect it in the name of science. Oh, God. I have no idea what it is, but it doesn't seem to pose any immediate threat. Yes, for science we must dissect this cute thing. It's the only way. Quack? The way it quiz isn't unlike a chocobo, but it looks more like a stuffed doll to me. It's definitely a chocobo, trust me on this. The ones we Lalafels ride are all about this size, aren't they? I suppose. Alright, let's go with chocobo for now. Thy mistress's blessing extendeth not unto this creature's soul, then. Very well, as this matter concerneth Omega, I shall speak with it in thy stead. Milan, aren't you going to introduce us to your knowledgeable little dragon friend? It's confirmed that Chocobo's a marketable plushie. I guarantee it has merch. What? The Midgardsormr who fought and fell at the Battle of Silvertear Skies? And here I was, content to be traveling in the company of just one legend. Without wishing to offend you, hero, the Father of Dragons does have something you do not, that being relevant knowledge. There is much we could learn from him. Rusty, I'm going to need a Torgal plush and a Chocobo plush. The Torgal plushes are real. I saw it on Twitter today. They are adorable. Little and less is known about Omega's origin. It first appeared in records dating back to the Third Astral Era before the Allegan Empire reached its zenith, and said records had but one thing to say: Omega activation successful. In the centuries that followed, the Allegans enjoyed rapid technological development, but there was nary a further mention of Omega until its capture of Bahamut. Oh, that's right, Omega is what captured Bahamut. Its existence is a mystery among mysteries, a tale among tales, which always assumed that the Allegans built it, and I had no reason to believe otherwise. But now Midgard somewhere tells us that it's not even of our world. Just so, it haileth from another star. More than that I will not say. I have spoken with this being. It telleth of a strange plane beyond this hollow, wherein it did reside from the moment of its creation. For reasons unknown, it was ordered to fight, yet being weak, it chose flight instead, and thus crossed over into this world. Ordered to fight by Omega? Why in the seven hells would it do that? To push its creations to the proof. If you would know more, go forth and look upon... Amy's always up to, doing something weird while this is going on, I swear. If you would know more, go forth and look upon the truth with your own eyes. Wait, you're saying we should jump in? You have not to fear from the fall. The hollow hath become a portal into Omega's domain. Once there, this being shall guide you. Yeah, jump in the Grimace Shake. What can go wrong? Servant of Hydaelyn, fate bindeth me to Omega. If it be thine intent to pursue it, I shall lend thee my strength. So you really can show us around the inside inside the hole, can you? Quick. Bye, Mitty. Oh, goodness. Chocobo has nothing in line to say. Oh, it's a pink muck, they're saying. Sure. I'm not keen on this jumping idea. There are rocks that can swim better than me. Wow. This day just keeps getting better and better. Alright. Let's talk to Sid. Well, I doubt any of us imagined things would come to this, but the Father of Dragons has given us his assurance. Let us take our investigation into the yawn. I have already apprised Jesse of our intent and instructed her to have our engineers on standby. Since we have no way of knowing what awaits us there, I need you to be ready for anything. Are you? Oh. Unable to commit. Wait, do I need to be not in a party?
What?
Is this an instance?
Oh, it is?
It says level sync is in effect.
Oh, then. Does it say we?
Oh, solo instance. Okay. Sorry, I gotta disband.
But first, look at,
Actually, I'll leave and then you can just join
look
back
at,
in.
Cults. Look at that outfit.
Hold on. What outfit?
Look at Cult's outfit. There's brother.
What the? You know what? I've seen weirder. Alright, I'm gonna leave and I'll join the party once I finish this up.
Oh, you can promote me, she said. Okay, never mind. It went to Sig. It went to Mary.
Okay. That's probably best to have Mary. So odd that it's a solo instance first. That's not usual. You can do very strange things in this game. Let us begin. I swear, he looks so much like Wesker. Oh, Starmac, yes, I am on Crystal Diabolos. Welcome to the Void, where, man, Chocobo there has some great clarity. What is this place? And what's wrong with us? I can see straight through me. Welcome home, Alpha. Welcome, mortals. This is getting trippy. What the hell? I am Omega, and I have awaited your coming. I communicate with you now via one of my monitors. Did not expect this for Omega. You stand in the rift between dimensions, where a vital experiment is presently in progress. Your participation is appreciated. Please indicate your consent. Experiment? If you want our participation, you'll have to tell us a little more than that. We're disappearing. Non-participating entities will be summarily erased. Please indicate your consent. It seems we can't even exist here without Omega's leave. That's terrifying. I think it's fairly clear what we have to do, don't you? All right, we consent. That thing is so freaking adorable. I have a Chocobo plush in that style, except it's a Black Mage class. Thank you for your cooperation. You are provisionally assigned to the Alpha Group. I make a Back to the Future reference, but Amy hasn't seen it yet. This is wild. Welcome to Lyoko. Looks like some manner of tower or egg. Remember when we started with just a simple crystal tower? And then we were inside a robot with Alexander. Now we're just in another dimension thanks to Omega. Things are getting weird. Like, what are we doing in... Actually, I know how it gets weirder in Shadowbringers. I believe the raids there are the ones related to Nier Automata. The aim of the experiment is to determine the mightiest being in creation. To that end, 89 candidates have been selected and recreated. They are grouped by dimension, matched by strength, and pitted against one another. So this guy is just doing the tournament at the end of Dragon Ball Super. That which you identify as a chocobo is Subject Alpha, and you have been assigned to its group. This assignation is tentative, however, pending an assessment of your fitness to serve as fully fledged test subjects. Your combat capabilities will be evaluated shortly. Giant Final Fantasy theme park. Yeah, Tournament of Power, that's it, Soulcaster. I mean, basically, combat capabilities? You mean you want us to fight? Be prepared for cameo fights? Oh, ooh. Affirmative. A course shall be constructed for this purpose, through which you must attempt to fight your way. Your suitability will be confirmed upon reaching the Deltascape test world beyond. Please note, however, that only entities with existential authorization may interact with objects in the rift. Of your number, only Alpha has this at present. Before you may engage in combat, said authorization must be temporarily transferred to you. Nero's having a good time. Ha! An invitation from Omega itself. Not even I could have foreseen this. We are accepting it, of course. It's preferable to a summary erasure, as I'm sure you'll agree. I got this. We good? Alpha, was it? My colleagues and I are minded to participate in Omega's experiment. Will you transfer your authorization to us? So we have an Alpha Chocobo and Omega weapon. Alright, feeling a little bit more solid. Existential authorization transferred. Subjects ready to engage. Please begin at your own convenience and proceed as directed. Don't exactly have a fighting fit party, but we'll see what we do, how we do. The floor moves, huh? There you go, Wedge. Fancy. Alright, level checker. Time to show off my Dragoon skills. Except... oh, it's not letting me use my later stuff. What the heck? Okay, well, hey, Wedge is useful. What's up with the cube? Okay, there we go. Now I can do more. I love my Dragoon. And I certainly love the Dragoon in the Final Fantasy XVI demo. Voiced by Estinian, which is that's still like amazing. Well, that seems not great. Look at that. Wedge already proved useful. Even Nero was impressed. Oh, Darchi, thank you very much for that gift sub going to Alnix. Very much appreciate that. What's that? Yeah, that's what somebody said at the beginning. It's funny that we started at the exact same time. Darchi, I played Final Fantasy XI when it first came out. I hated it because it was my first MMO and I never really interacted with people and you really needed to form parties in that game. And, you know, eventually found out that, hey, if you die, you could possibly de-level. There's a lot of times where I just killed something and de-leveled. It's also really hard to tell when I found, you know, quest givers. They're not exactly easily marked. So I was just floundering around and it just did not go well. Alright, let's tend to these enemies. Baldanders. Sure. You're halfway to Apocalypse. Apocalypse in what? The fans are also from 5. Oh, okay. I don't think I realized. Go. There's a lot of these dudes coming out. Feel bad for making any wait because I didn't realize there was an instance before all this. Well, yeah, I figured they knew what they were getting into. Although I guess you did too. I knew it. A raid series consisting of references to the old games. I am down. You know, no hesitation. Of course, we're mortal. That's quite the line. Oh, Absolute's doing roulettes while they wait. That's fair. Then the guy says more cute. I mean, I got the gil to spare. I got 1.6 million. Yeah, no kidding. All right. Let's do it. this guy. Oh, hello, Behemoth. King Behemoth. Okay, time to start popping more things. Now we're talking as far as some meat. Let's zoom out so we can actually see them. Okay, Behemoth dead. Is King Behemoth spinning with meteors when you attack him? Thankfully not. If it was part of the raid, then yes, probably would. Hey, duty complete. Not too shabby. Well, how'd we rank? That's our goal, the Deltascape, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think is waiting for us in there? Omega said that it groups subjects by dimension. If the creatures we fought on the way were merely intended to separate the wheat from the chaff, it would seem certain that far greater challenges await inside these egg-like objects, our fellow tusk subjects most like. But I am not certain what to make of that castle. Could it somehow be connected to the subjects? Alpha, but hold on a moment. Shouldn't either one or the other of us be translucent? Subjects confirmed to have arrived at the Deltascape. Analysis complete. Congratulations, you are approved for participation. Your strength places you in the selfsame tier as Alpha, the feeblest and farthest removed from myself. Of course. Nonetheless, you are now fully fledged test subjects. Welcome, weakest of challengers. We take offense to that. As corporeal life forms, you need not undergo development within a test world. Instead, you may use this space freely. Not quite what I would have chosen, but one must make do. Speaking of which, what is it that we're supposed to do exactly? You are to enter the Deltascape and defeat all test subjects within. Please note, however, that strength in numbers will not be acknowledged. There is a strict limit upon how many entities may participate in combat. Only a small party may have existential authorization transferred from Alpha. Good luck. So the eggs do contain our fellow test subjects, just as I predicted, eh, Garland? Before we turn our thoughts to the Deltascape, I suggest we set up a base of operations here. Well, look at that. We got a base of operations. I was thinking about asking the crew to throw some supplies in after us, but only gods know if they make it here in one piece. You can bet they wouldn't be the right way up if they did, though. Whew, all that jumping and fading and fighting really took it out of me. What I need now is a steaming hot cup of tea, and nothing makes better brew than the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, coming soon to a Garland Ironworks approved vendor near you. Sorry, Jesse made me do it. Quite impressive for an improvised arrangement, even if I do say so myself. Now then, let us see what we can learn from our host's mini monitors. One Piece is real. It's somewhat cobbled together, but this should suffice as a base of operations. Take heart, old friend. Though every step we take seems to raise more questions, we will wade through this mire of mysteries eventually. Of that I have no doubt. Into the Deltascape. Right then, what to do next? We know that Omega is conducting tests to determine the strongest being, but we do not know its ultimate purpose, nor even its exact whereabouts. Plainly, however, it is within Omega's power to curtail our stay here whensoever it chooses. Accordingly, we have little choice but to proceed as bidden and defeat the test subjects waiting in the Deltascape. What's up, Alpha? Well, Alpha certainly seems keen, though it might be best if you left the fighting to others, little one. That is, of course, assuming others are willing. What say you, old friend? This promises to be a most entertaining foray, and I would not dream of missing any part of it. You may rely on me to provide you with remote support. Hey, Zelda. How's it going? With commendable foresight, I took the liberty of borrowing the various monitors that were lying around, and shall extract all the information I can from them. Yeah, chunky old computers. 'Tis a pity none of us speaks Chocobo. As I recall, though, we are supposed to have Alpha transfer his authorization to us prior to engaging in combat. In which case, Milan, you'll need him to accompany you into the Deltascape. See to your preparations and proceed whenever you are ready. Alright. Anything new or interesting to say? Let the Inquisition begin. Phrasing. At this point, we're doing little more than fumbling in the dark. Take care in there, you hear? Let's see. Yeah, the same dialogue there. So let's talk to Alpha. Alpha appears eager to proceed. You may enter Deltascape V1 whenever you're ready. Alright. Time to go meet up with the rest of the party. So I gotta exit. Wow, they're surrounded. Oh, they have got these as mounts. Oh my god.
Guess where I am.
Where are you?
I flew to the top of the map.
Oh my gosh. Alright, Alea's here, so let me get them on the team. There we go. So we have 7, so it shouldn't be too hard to get in one more. Oh my god.
I don't have the snake.
I guess it's a random drop from this or something?
No.
I don't know.
No, it's not. It's from later.
Oh, okay.
I think. I don't think it's from this.
I have no idea. Alright,
Soon.
oh, Soon's friend's gonna be here in 1 second. Okay, so as soon as your friend arrives, we'll be good. So that should give us our 2 healers, 2... How's it break down?
Healers, 2 defense, and all the rest. Red.
Okay.
2 green, 2 blue. 4 red.
StarMech says it's a reward for way later, and it's a long grind. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Ice Climber Kirby. I did not... I might have heard about an Inspector Gadget game coming, but I mean, I'm probably not going to play it, let's be honest. Oh wow, Elia says, get it from doing the savage version of the 4th fight. Oh my god. Amy's definitely not done that.
Is that the...
Yes,
Kata?
Kata's them. I assume Sun's inviting them in to the party since they have control. Unless I was given control?
Yeah, you are.
Oh. There we go. Full party. Alright. Duties.
We're surrounded. This is great.
I know.
It's like we're gonna be eaten by these terrifying snakes with wings.
Where is it? Here we go. Let's do it.
Brush it wrong. Whatever.
She is right to fear us. Alright, we got our full party. Let's see what the Omega raids are like and if I can embarrass myself.
It is.
What?
Oh, sorry, I haven't seen it yet. I forgot you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, we're gonna. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Music is 10 out of 10, Lariah says. Nice. Lon, do you hear me? Your opponent is called Alt-Roit. I have no idea what the name means, but good luck. Oh, I recognize that music. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, the music is amazing.
Is this... This feels like 5 music. Battle theme from 5, I want to say. Oh, I'm in heaven here. Yeah, I thought it was Final Fantasy V. That's good. Dragoon's likely the best choice here.
Oh, I was just asking about the partner.
Oh, okay. Alright. Appreciate the chicken head. Alright, let's beat it up.
Oh, I remember this one.
I don't know, you're getting something apparently. Oh no, I guarantee other people have pointed out the chicken head. Said you could leave. Vulnerability up. That's not great. Why a chicken head? You can glamour any kind of equipment you want, so even though it looks like a chicken head, it can be anything. So some people would just want to be wacky. Might as well have some fun. That seems bad. Oh god, ice. Oh, well. Walking on thin ice. Crap. Oh. A lot of damage. Amy's not chicken head. She's the one dressed up as Yuna. believe Chickenhead is son. Almost got it. Yeah, this is not too bad of a fight, but my god, the music is so nice. We need to get you playing some classic Final Fantasies. I know, 5 is one of my blind spots. And eventually... That's why we have all those pixel collections. There we go. We did it. I'll have to take a look at what I got. Oh, right. This is all junk. This is all stuff you turn in and it's outdated now, right?
I'm guessing. Oh no, I accidentally rolled it up.
Get out of here before you get stuck with
No,
it.
I got the thing.
Ah. Stuck with a bill.
Gotta trash it, Will.
Alright. Nice work in there, Milan. As you can see, we finished setting up in here. What'd you get?
I thought I got a new card, but I didn't.
Now we got everything straight. We'll do our best to make ourselves useful. If you need anything, just ask. Glad we're safe. Well, aren't we in fine form? Yeah, that was a fun one. I don't know how many sections there are to the Omega raids, though. Well done, my friend. We were lucky enough to witness every moment of your struggle via the Deltascape's various surveillance devices. I dare say we had a better view than you did. Gaining control over them was the extent of our accomplishments for this outing, though I suppose we did also learn your adversary's name. Rest assured, however, that there will be plenty more such outings. Preliminary analysis suggests that there are 4 combatants in the Deltascape all told, including your friend Alt-Royd, which means that you will be required to win 3 further bouts, with deltas 2 to 4 in this test world alone. Well, thank you. 4 raids for each part, 3 parts in total, so 12. Okay. Needless to say, there are plenty more such worlds in the Rift, holding the remaining 85 subjects between them. Plainly, our host has gone to no small amount of trouble. Quite why it is so obsessed with determining the strongest being is another question. I feel like we gotta find Greg in here at some point. Oh yeah, you guys don't know Greg. Gilgamesh. Omega seeketh to improve itself, to evolve. This was ever its primary directive. Through contending with mighty foes, it groweth stronger. Having vanquished the vile simulacrum you call Shinryu, a greater adversary was needed. In the absence of such a being, it had but to create one. So in the name of self-improvement, it wants to make a new playmate, and it chose to undertake the task here to avoid outside interference, yes? Final Fantasy VI Yellow Suit Sid is best Sid. I've heard a lot of people say that the 16 Sid is actually really good as a son. In part, the making of life is not Omega's primary function. It bringeth complex beings into the corporeal realm only at great cost to itself. As such, it employeth this plane to test unfinished works that it might determine a single entity worthy of creation. If I understand you correctly, the moment Omega's grand experiment is complete, it will give birth to a creature mightier even than Shinryu and then proceed to fight it. Oh wow, Rusty is saying 16 Sid is one of their favorites as well. Nice. Gods help us Gods help us all if a battle of that scale should come to pass. The powers unleashed would be enough to bring about another calamity. Assuming the dragon has the right of it, all test subjects must needs be works in progress, save for ourselves, of course. But how then do we explain Alpha? As I recall, it manifested corporeally outside the rift. Then again, it is hardly the most complex of creatures. Mayhap it was finished by accident. Don't you make fun of Alpha. He's a good boy. If it hadn't been for him, we would have all been erased. He might not be strong, but he's brave and reliable and adorable. Wedge. Changing the subject for a moment, Chief. After you lost track of Omega, you said you re-engaged its stasis systems, right? Meaning something somewhere isn't working like it should. I only ask because me and Wedge have done pretty much all we can here, and we're wondering if it might be worth going to Cartno to look into it. That would be a great help. Nira and I can handle things at this end. We'll be off then. Don't do anything I wouldn't, eh? Polyglot. I just love the divorced dad energy that Sid and Nero give throughout 14. That they really do give that sense. And you be a good boy, Alpha. Do as you're told and look after Milan for me. That's Nero got to say. Oh, nothing. Alright. Next foe. We must pray that Biggs and Wedge are able to repair the stasis system. If they can't, we'll have little choice but to see Omega's experiment all the way to its bitter conclusion. A tall order, I concede, and one that would require you to prove yourself the mightiest being in creation. Well, we must hope for the best and plan for the worst, which in this case means pressing on with the tests. Are you ready for the next foray? One moment, Chief. My analysis is yet incomplete, but it would seem Subject Delta 2 is capable of manipulating gravity. How fortunate then that I but recently a chance to assemble something which might mitigate its effects, an anti-gravity gimbal. May it serve you well. Oh, good night, Soulcaster. Expects a good show. Data does indeed suggest some capacity for gravitational manipulation. Even so, I'd be wary of setting much store of Nero's ways. Alright. Delta Escape V2. Now we're getting a move on. Oops. Duties. Right, it's you. Alright, here we go. What are we up for? What are we up against in... Whoops, sorry, I hit the mic. In V2.
Oh boy.
What?
This one.
You recognize this one?
Yes. I do not remember anything about it.
Guess we'll find out. Ah, there it is. Catastrophe, a fitting name for the havoc it will doubtless wreak. Have fun now. I did not get far enough in 5 to understand this thing, to see this thing. I do not remember. Yeah, I did not get enough far enough to fight this. Anti-gravity gimbal to defy gravity and float above the... Okay. Oh boy. Should I be using this thing at all times, or? I don't know. We're just going to go for it. Anytime I see it say it manipulates gravity, I'm going to do something. Oh, that seems like a good time to use it. Oh, shoot. Messed up. I think I'm stacked up. So this set of raids is basically a boss rush of, I'm guessing, bosses from 5. Wish I had played a bit further than 5. Further than late game, pretty much an end game boss from Final Fantasy V. Okay. Or is it Final Fantasy 1? I'm seeing some mentions of that. Well, I don't know what that is. It's 5, okay. So we've had a celebration of 3 and celebration of 5 so far. Oh, that did not go well. Ah. Sorry, I didn't see it. It's alright. I'm okay. Let's get caught by that eye. I think feels like it. Let me go. Okay, there we go. Oh, good. It has tentacles. Lovely. We've almost got it though, so we should be good. Whoa! Ow! Almost got it. There we go. We did it! Good job, team. Strongest in existence. Everybody's gone. I'm guessing that... Oh, I got... Hold on. I'm dumping these. Discard. I was tricked. So it's never anything but these, right?
There might be something good later. I can't remember though.
I was tricked. Like, rest in peace, Mike Wazowski. Oh, God.
Mike Wazowski.
The nearest toy didn't let you down. Wow. Fourth one drops a pet, usually. Okay. A rousing performance made possible by my anti-gravity gimbal. Lest you wonder, you're not supposed to be able to descend of your own volition. The device worked quite as intended. It just wasn't intended for use on living. Well, let's just say it wasn't exactly its intended use. Wow. Whoops. Well. That's done. You are fighting fit. The Croak Queen. Oh boy. What are we in for this time? Wow. I doubt we'll be hearing from Biggs and Wedge for a while yet. Shall we push on here in the meantime? It's interesting that this isn't like a set of dungeons, it's just boss fights. Reliable as ever. Without further ado then, let us move things along. According to the analysis, your next opponent, Delta 3, is being named Halicarnassus. God, I wish I'd played 3. Halicarnassus, you say, the queen of the Dimension Castle. Played 5, I should say. What's this? You know of her? You mean you don't? Well, I suppose a blue-blooded brat such as you would have no interest in humble folk tales. It appears a lesson is in order. Halicarnassus is a character from an ancient fable. In the tale, she is one of the chief antagonists, and as such, things are wont to unfold. She meets her end at the hands of the heroes, incurably valiant youths, not unlike our adventurer friend here. Literary historians have speculated that the tale could be loosely based on events which took place in the 4th Astral Era, but little remains of that age and there is no way to verify the claim. Indeed, most now assume the story to be a work of pure fiction. You mean to tell me that Omega is populating its grain experiment with fictional characters? It would seem your understanding is yet lacking. Scant grasp have I of that which men know and know not. Mark me then. Omega hath no soul, no mind's eye in which to envision a rival. To bring forth new life, it must needs draw upon that which hath already been, its every creation being another's conception. Oh, okay, starting in Stormblood, the 8-man raids are just a series of boss fights, no more trash mobs beforehand. Okay, thank you, Arkwing. This limitation is concealed by the breadth of its experience. It possesseth the means to retain the knowledge of entire eras, and not only of this reflection. Yet it perceiveth not this knowledge as we do. Fact, fiction, the distinction holdeth no meaning for Omega. All is equal in its eyes. If a thing is logical, it can be created. Such a wondrous weapon should exist. It surpasses my wildest imaginings, and they were wild indeed. But I gather not everyone shares my excitement. What's the matter, Garland? Lost your nerve? Quiet, Nero. We adults are thinking. Wow. But mayhap now is not the time. Milan said he was ready to continue, and so am I. Let's deal with Halicarnassus. Alright. Whoops. Not what I meant to do. For now, focus on beating Halicarnassus. Must be soon. When you get to the Ivalice 24 mans, you'll get all the story and battle length you can stomach. It's the excuse of why you're fighting cameo fighters, not technically battling the real bosses from 5, but a recreation sprout from stories. That's still pretty cool. Alright, V3 is ready, but Amy had to go somewhere quick, so we'll just let her take care of that. And I'm going to have my little self a little treat. I have... My mom let me have some... I don't drink soda much anymore, but I have some birch beer. So... enjoying that. Sumo Moeni, did I learn how to understand how Mahjong is played during my vacation? Kind of. I'm bad at it, but I do understand it more. Hopefully that sticks around long enough for me to actually utilize it in Yakuza. But I do kind of remember how it's played. It's basically tiles instead of cards, and you need it to be just taken your way. It also... yeah, there's Mahjong in 14. There's also differences because different hands are available depending on how you do it. If you pull from other people's stuff, then then you only have certain hands. But if you try to gather it all within yourself by yourself, then there's other hands available. It's interesting. And yeah, I can practice at the Gold Saucer if I wish to. Yakuza will require my business acumen and chickens. Well, we got your chicken hat, Polyglot, so I think we're in pretty good shape. Cat Evie, want to see me and Amy do that baseball game in full. I mean, we technically had a full game. I mean, not a full 9 innings, but, you know, I feel like that was enough. It's funny, when they taught me how to play Mahjong, the rules they printed out actually had Final Fantasy XIV on it. Like, they were, like, that's Doman Mahjong, which is funny. I texted Amy to see where she went, but she left her phone behind, so I'm not sure. Let me see here. Would love to see a Final Fantasy VIII be remade in the 7 engine to make it. It would be amazing. I mean, I'd be down for that. Be wild to see what they do. Ah, Sinead's here, who taught me how to play Mahjong. You know what? It seemed to do the trick. I didn't do well. I was really close. I was going for a I forget what the hand was called, but basically a pair and everything else was of the same suit. And I had to work on it all myself, and I had all but 2 available. But unfortunately, somebody else got what they needed and went out before I could. So I would have done well and got major points, but it just didn't work out. I still have no idea how I did what I did during the subathon. Lon, you did get a Final Fantasy I remake. That was Stranger of Paradise. Obviously. No, I'm still curious about Stranger of Paradise. I'm just hoping.
Are you waiting on me?
Yeah, I can't.
I had to let Kiko out and I got a snack while I was waiting.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Anyway, now Amy's done snacking.
No, I let Kiko out.
Now Amy's done snacking.
At the same time, I got a snack.
All right, the Ferritin rules. I guess Stranger of Paradise is more of a Final Fantasy I prequel, but still. Look at her snacking back there. Get a chair this time. Fancy. What fools are these who have entered my domain? No matter. You shall remain here for my pleasure. But yes, I would love. I mean, any of those remakes. I still want to get the Pixel remasters at some point. Man, I wish I knew some of these bosses. Ooh, she tall. Hear the rising chorus of the frog song. Alright, ready to pop my stuff. Oh, I'm in the chat instead of... What happened? Oh. Well, it happens. She just said Soul Reapers claim your prize. I'm like, I could get the Reaper class now. Oh my god, that's a lot of orange. Oh, I gotta be in my class, I think. Oh, okay, we understood the rules. Yay! The Bleach class, I guess that's true. I don't know. Seemed to work out. I'll take it. I was gonna say, there seems to be a dragon here I need to kill. I am a Dragoon, this is kind of my job. Ah, dang it. I almost got away in time. Oh no, this ain't good. She's almost dead. I like this fight. This is a good one. Uh-huh. Oh, nice. Ow. I thought it just looked painful. Ow. That did not work out. There's a lot of crap going down right now. Where'd she run off to? Oh. I'm following after soon, and what in the world? This is wild. How does Soon know? It must be the same every time. She's just done this a lot because. Wow, that's impressive. my area. I didn't mean to hit that. Oh, I got hit by Toad. I'm a frog. We did it.
There is a music.
Oh, really? That's interesting. Okay, there's an Orchestrion roll. That's good. Yay, I got it. Oh, he was giving everything else.
You took the music, so I left.
Oh, you jerk. You jerk. Leaving me with all the junk.
You got the goodie.
I'm glad I got the music then. Alright. It's going to be weird to eventually be caught up and be like, yes, I do want that stuff. So that was Halicarnassus. I must congratulate Omega on her appearance. She looked exactly as I imagined her. Though if I were to pick fault, it did take certain liberties with her character. The Queen of the Tail was rather more restrained. I'm glad you're safe, Milan. For a moment there, I feared you might croak. Oh, he is just full of the puns. He's just dad puns tonight. Forgive me, you deserve better than that. Thanks to you, we are but one victory away from clearing the Deltascape. Take as much rest as you need, old friend. You've earned it.
Carla says it causes me physical pain to watch him throw away emotional support bits.
Oh.
Just Carla loves those.
Sorry. If she was here, she could have them. So that was Halicarnassus. I must congratulate Omega on... Oh, I already read that. Avoid at all costs. Wow, that name. I also love how you can tell that the translators that worked on 16 also helped with 14 because the quest names of that. Oh my gosh, it was just full of the puns. The next battle is with Subject Delta 4, this test world's final resident. From what I've been able to gather, your opponent is, and I quote, a great tree born of an agglomeration of evil will, which assumes the form of a dark mage. All of which I suggest you ignore. Are we getting to fight X-Death? Oh, that's awesome. Yes, we are getting to fight X-Death now. That I know. I'm down for that. I love X-Death's design. His name is X-Death, and he plays the role of the chief antagonist in another ancient tale. Though I was unable to glean the specifics of his abilities, he appears to command the power of the Void, as indeed the story states. When I first encountered the work, I naturally assumed said power to be a metaphor of sorts, but I'm quite sure Omega will have interpreted it as something more tangible. Alas, no amount of analysis can tell us what may happen when X-Death calls upon the power of the Void, which is to say, beware. Tell me something, Nero. What happens at the end of the tale? Why, good triumphs over evil and the heroes defeat X-Death, of course. What did you expect? I expected exactly that, which is precisely what troubled me earlier. If the heroes won, why did Omega not make them its test subjects? If it seeks to determine the strongest being, why would it bother with those who were defeated? That's a good point. One moment, Big Pearl. Ah, Biggs, at the control room, are you? What news? I see, very well. I'll tell the others. You two take care over there. Sorry for the interruption. That was Biggs. He reports that the stasis system shows every sign of being engaged despite the fact that it clearly isn't. It can only be a malfunction. While we were able to turn it off, it would seem the reverse is not possible. The system may have taken damage during the calamity. Does it look like it can be repaired? Hard to say. They tell me it seems complex even by Allegan standards. While they may be able to fix it, there's no telling how long it might take. Well then, we must keep on fighting the good fight here, must we not? Nero has the right of it. At this time, focusing on Exdeath would seem to be our only recourse. So we've had Final Fantasy III's final boss. I don't think there's any others that have popped up as far as other games' final bosses. The Chocobo certainly has no objections. Come then, I would see you follow in the footsteps of the heroes of the tale. So yeah, now we've had 3 and 5's final bosses. Very cool. I need to find out what that looks like. The void. There's nothing, not unlike the nothingness that Emperor Xande saw it in the Crystal Tower. To desire nothingness is to deny life, yet life seeks to endure, to perpetuate itself. It is the nature of all creation. Be it reality or fantasy, man shall never ever fight to survive. Alright. Ready to fight the final boss of Final Fantasy V, Amy?
Yes.
What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Amy's playing Ooblets on her Switch while waiting for me. Such a supportive partner.
Hey, I'm right
She
here.
gets snacks. She
I'm right here.
plays other games.
I'm right here.
So supportive. I remember that Final 56. It was called the End Zone. That was the first time that PS1 version of Final Fantasy V was my first encounter with it, which might also be why I kind of bounced off of it. All right. Finally, it is in my grasp. The power to control all creation. The power of the void. I know Exdeath is kind of just like another recreation of what Golbez looks like, but it's still cool. And yes, tree. He is a tree. I think when I played the original Dissidia, Exdeath was one of my mains. And Exdeath actually was one of my main party members in Theater Rhythm Final Curtain Line. Despite never playing 5, I get attracted to Exdeath quite a bit. Funny that. Savage lets you fight Neo Exdeath? Okay, that's cool. Also, that'd be hard as hell. And yes, one of our party members is a literal catfish right now. Because why not? What the hell? I got caught in something. No idea what those are indicating. Of course I'd be an X-Death main. I don't know what that means, but it makes me laugh. We're starting with X-Death. It makes me wonder what the other duties are going to be. Who else are we going to see in all this? Oh, he's summoning meteors. That's not great. What's that? I missed the first. I think I missed the first one. It's just my angle. Music's so good too. Necron out of nowhere. Sephiroth shows up. Actually, I've not heard of Sephiroth being a boss in this. Though I know for a fact that Kefka is. I don't know where he shows up, but I know Kefka's a boss somewhere. Why not Zeramis? Good question. I mean, I know Golbez shows up in the recent 14 stuff, but I don't know if Zeramis is involved at all. But we got him! I am the Delta, I am the Omega. One. Well done, everyone. Why, the void was mind command! Ooh. How could it? Bye, X-Death. Make like a tree and leave. The reason that joke works is because he's a tree. Delta escape complete. Last is watching and reading some manga. Nice. Oh, please give me wind up X-Death. And I'm going to pass on all this other crap. Yay, I got wind up X-Death. I'm so happy. Pass. 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 I got to pass quick before I'm giving this other crap. There we go. Oh, I got one. Yay. I gotta bring him out. Most maniacal tree beings bent on world domination are usually not intimidated by turtles. This one is. I know that reference. Retrieved in the Delta Escape, this full metal automaton is a recreation of a terrible villain appearing in ancient legend. While its scintillant blue armor suggests the figure is a knight, X-Death was believed to be a powerful warlock born from a tree. Oh, I can't summon him here. Make like a tree and get out of here. FF5 GBA quote out of the context. You think you sat around for 7 centuries munching on pizza? I mean, it doesn't sound like a bad life. What's up, Alpha? Milan, thank the gods you're safe. When the shell around this place began to crack, we feared the worst. Would Lorax be XS right-hand man since he speaks for the trees? Nice. Given that all of us are present and corporeal, does this mean that this area is no longer the Deltascape? Deltascape shutdown complete. Alpha Group is victorious. Congratulations. Your combat record has been archived for future matchmaking. Results from other test worlds are still pending. In the meantime, please tend to your hurts and await further instructions. And with that, we've taken a significant step towards solving the mystery that is Omega. It hasn't been easy, but all in all, I'd say things were proceeding rather smoothly. We couldn't have done it without you, old friend. Come, let us return to reality and enjoy what rest we can. Things are proceeding smoothly indeed. Too smoothly. I sent you on disc how to transition to Neo XF. It happens on the Savage version. Cool, thank you. 'Tis well that thou harborest doubts, mortal, but they are misplaced. Omega could have conducted its tests in complete secrecy, unbeknown to all. Yet not only did it betray its presence to you, it allowed you to come this far. Alpha, what art thou truly? The instrument of the mortal's triumph, or the bait that lureth them unto the abyss? I am just cute. .56 giving me the itch to believe we play 5 again. Oh, I get it. Theatrhythm did that as well. Thou knowest not thine own purpose. Then we can but watch and wait. Geek Griffin, I'm in static doing Omega Savage at the moment. We haven't gotten to the transition of O4S yet. We're doing it mine. Oh, wow. Outcome unexpected. Projections gave Delta subjects the upper hand. Outcome supports hypothesis. As previously observed, certain beings may unleash hidden potential when subjected to stress. Initiating new test. Subject Alpha Group members to severe stress. Searching database for suitable event. Event found. The death of a comrade. Oh. Huh. Tears of the Kingdom has kept you from playing the Pixel remasters. Need to beat that before playing all 6. Yep. I mean, I got Tears of the Kingdom. Look at that golden carriage. That's an awesome mount. And somebody has... somebody has the monitors. Oh my god. They're just trapped inside the monitors. That's amazing. That's so good. Gotta love how these all come about. Anyway, now we can actually summon up our X-Death. There he is. Monitors from an Endwalker boss fate. Oh, wow. They go back far for some of these. For all Garland's whining, I was cooperative and helpful, was I not? I look forward to many more such forays together, hero. It feels good to be back on solid ground. Thank you again, old friend. You did well too, Alpha, fearlessly going into battle whenever you were called upon. We're glad to have you with us. Speaking of which, are you comfortable joining us out here? I'll take that as a yes. Well then, at the risk of obeying Omega's orders, I suggest, bless you, I suggest we permit ourselves a moment's respite. But mayhap I should take this opportunity to compile the results of our investigation thus far. No rest for the righteous. All right, that is part 1 of 4. We're already 2 hours in. We might be at the Omega Rays for a bit.
Yep.
Oh well. The anomaly. Right then, let's head back to Rauger's Reach. Jesse will want to know exactly what we've been up to. Oh, it's 3 parts, not 2? I thought it was done in 4 sections, but apparently there was multiple. Oh well. Rauger's Reach. All right, because there's 12 total, so we've done because it's 4 at a time. So yeah, that makes sense. 4 parts per wing, 3 wings. Got it. That's right. That's right.
Do I need to go there too?
Yeah, I don't think you need to. You could just raid around wherever. How would Alpha react to seeing a normal chocobo, I wonder? I've apprised Jessie of our travails, but you may want to let her know that you've returned. She claims to have been quite worried. Welcome back, Milan. I'm told you've been blazing a trail for us. The way I hear it, our investigation would have long since ground to a halt without you. I realize you're mostly interested in saving the world, but I want you to know how much I appreciate you helping the company out like this. Frankly, we need all the help we can get, what with our esteemed president diving headlong into the jaws of danger without a word of warning to anyone. Irresponsible doesn't begin to describe it. Catching flack. You didn't tell her? I did, after a fashion, though I may have exercised some executive discretion. I'm no stranger to your lone endeavors, or your habit of confusing personal and company interests, but just because you've always done things a certain way, it doesn't make it the right way. And until you wake up to your responsibilities, I'm going to keep reminding you of them. I hate that headpiece that she's wearing. But such irksome matters aside, I know it's supposed to be a reference to Jessie from 7.
Yeah.
But still. Aren't you just a most adorable little thing? He followed you here of his own free will, did he? Which means he's basically part of the family. And why wouldn't he grant us exclusive rights to use his likeness? Shall we start off with a simple clockwork version? They'll be queuing up in the streets. Oh, you can't be...
She'll be wearing that a long time.
I'm sure she will. Oh, you can't be... What in the 7 hells has gotten into you? Listen, if I've caused you any distress, I apologize, but I will not have you comment on our guest's marketability. Come on, it's like Spaceballs. It's all about the merchandising. Merchandising. It's where the real money is made. Where are Biggs and Wedge? Shouldn't they be back by now? Oh, I thought you might have sent them off on another unauthorized mission. Last I heard from them, they said they were scouring Omega Control for anything useful. Would have been a good while ago now, though. I don't like the sound of this. Though we may have all the necessary permissions, the area is technically a theater of war, and one littered with unknown Allegan artifacts to boot. Something may well have befallen them. We'd best take the Excelsior and go and find them. Leaving again so soon. Nero, Milan, I want you two to accompany the chief. Make sure he doesn't do anything rash or take any detours. Consider it done. I shall bring him back even if I have to drag him by the goggle straps. Nero's having far too much fun. Want to come along, eh? It's probably for the best. If we leave you here, Jesse is liable to take a mold of you. Dip him in wax. Right, let's get moving. I'll bring the airship to Gridania. Wait for me at the landing. Final Fantasy XIV, the shirt, the t-shirt. Final Fantasy XIV, the coloring book. Final Fantasy XIV, the lunchbox. Final Fantasy XIV, the breakfast cereal. Final Fantasy XIV, the flamethrower. Kids love that one. Alright. Time to go back to Gridania. Unfortunately, that's a return for me. I bought the flamethrower, got arrested. I mean, kids still love it. Final Fantasy XIV, the back massager. We gotta go beyond this whole Final Fantasy XIV, the free trial. Alright. Okay. Yeah, they all are. Yeah, lucky boy. Good night, Gregster. Take care. Looks like we're all here. Let's make haste to the Cartno Flats. Hard to believe Mel Brooks turned 97 today. Good long life. Many more to come. Going ahead into the control room, Milan. We'll follow as soon as we've moored the Excelsior. I didn't realize History of the World Part 2 had already came out. Well, this doesn't look good. I'm not sure about the new season of Futurama and Rusty. That trailer doesn't give a lot of confidence, but it takes them a while to get their footing, I feel, when they come back from a cancellation. Seven Hells, Biggs, Wedge. Are you all right? Answer me. Chief? Milan? A monster appeared out of thin air. Targets exhibit vital signs. Mission failed. However, Alpha Group members exhibit heightened level of stress. Objective fulfilled. Oh, that's who they're aiming to kill. Yeesh. Omega? You set that thing upon them? Affirmative. I am able to create simple life forms instantaneously at any temporal or spatial coordinate. Such beings may pose a negligible threat to you. However... Oh God. They are more than sufficient to grievously wound or kill the majority of your kind. I could instigate a massacre at any time, and you would be powerless to prevent it. Do I detect a shift in policy? Quantity over quality? Negative. My objective remains unchanged. Evolution through formidable opposition. However, in the course of seeking suitable subjects, I observed an anomaly. Jeez. Those whom you call heroes. History shows numerous instances of otherwise unremarkable individuals who have defeated vastly superior beings, who triumphed in the face of apparently impossible odds, who performed what are properly termed miracles. This has occurred too frequently to be dismissed as mere statistical aberration. I seek to understand this phenomenon. Should it prove to be of benefit, I will incorporate it into my own evolution. It is for this purpose that I brought you to my domain. So putting on a show at the Yawn and planting Alpha in our midst was but a part of your grand plan. By your victories, you have demonstrated the self-same anomaly. You are fit to remain my subjects. You will continue participating in my experiment. Withdraw, and I will commence the extermination of your kind. This is an order, a threat, a declaration of war. I am an enemy to all life upon this star. 'Twould seem we have much to ponder, but first things first, we must tend to our friends. Quickly, help me carry them. Alright. Garland and Alpha took our two wounded to the Conjurer's Guild. The chief bids me lend a hand, so I suppose I shall take myself there too. You, meanwhile, are to return to Rauger's Reach and report to Jesse. Poor Biggs and Wedge, Omega forced to drink the Grimace Shake. I mean, based on that pool, we've definitely seen, he definitely has enough. Hey, DA Power, how you doing? Back over to Rauger's Reach. Ugh. All these plus quests bother me. I have to do them at some point, which is probably what I'll be doing in between sessions. Just slowly working on those. Milan, I heard there was trouble. What in the seven hells happened? Working with John's always fun, DA Power. How's 14 been treating me, Heroic Teddy? We're making good progress. We finished the first 4 fights of the Omega raids. 8 more to go. What? Omega loosed a fiend on Biggs and Wedge? Toying with people's lives like it was all a game. This is madness. Thought that was a Monado. Not quite. Close. It was nice and red. Sir, will they be all right? The worst is past, but they still drift in and out of consciousness. They'll remain in the Conjurer's care for a time. Then all we can do is wait and pray. Bah, God strike me down for a fool. I should have been more mindful of the dangers. I should never have what? Activated Omega? You know as well as I do that there was no other way to defeat Shinryu. But is this truly any better? All of mankind is being held to ransom, and as the one who activated Omega, I bear the responsibility. The responsibility. Just the kind of thing you would say. You are deluding yourself, Garland. We are scientists, not heroes. Even you must concede your talents do not extend to combat. The old you understood this far better. He only looked forwards, and gave himself wholly to science. And then you changed. You styled yourself a pacifist and started spouting tripe about proper uses of technology. It was in the wake of your old man's mishap in Bajja, I believe. Thank you, DA Power. Calm yourself. All I wish to say is, embrace who you are, a man who devotes his mind to making the impossible possible. With little prospect of restoring the stasis system, I'm afraid we have no recourse but to continue participating in Omega's tests. Assuming Midgard Samor has the right of it, we face a legion of foes from history, both real and imagined. Though I may not be the one who charges into the fray, I shall fight beside you as best I know how. That said, it will inevitably fall to you to administer the coup de grace, old friend. So please, for Biggs and Wedge and all of us, don't lose. I reckon the little scamp is trying to encourage us. We've fallen far indeed to earn its pity, said the former tribunus. Ugh. Until such time as Omega next extends us an invitation, you will find me analyzing the data from our investigation. Good day to you. Before they were attacked, Biggs and Wedge discovered a tombstone. I shall examine its contents and make the information available on the terminal over there as I extract it. Feel free to refer to it whenever the occasion arises. There's no telling when Omega will summon us, but we must all see that we are ready to when it does. Fear not, old friend. We'll get through it together, somehow or other. Alpha's too good for this world. Yep. Delta Force. Return to the Rift. Milan, I'm glad you're here. In case you haven't heard, we observed a huge surge of anomalous energy coming from the yawn. I have a nasty feeling this means Omega's ready to go ahead with the next stage of its experiment, but Master Garland is on his way, so let's hear what he has to say. Oh man, Egg Roll's getting some ice cream. That always sounds nice. Okay, now I'm officially in part 2 of 3 of Mega Raids, of course. Anytime they tell you, it's like, take a break for now and come back, and that's when the time is over. Care to share your thoughts on this, Chief? Our colleagues on the ground have reported the appearance of mysterious floating structures inside the yawn. If you recall, we were investigating a similar anomaly when Alpha and Alta Roit made their appearance. Omega certainly knows how to get our attention. I blush to recall the eagerness with which we plunged into the abyss, ignorant of the warped gladiatorial contest that awaited us within. But what a staggering collection of opponents, plucked from the pages of both history and fiction for their ability to pose a threat to Omega. And should you prevail against these interdimensional champions, what shall be your prize? Why, a battle against the most devastating weapon this world has ever seen. How marvelous. Yes, indeed. He says with eyes aflame, for once I wish you were being sarcastic. Anyway, the energy surge. Based on our previous experience, it seems highly probable that that is our signal to rejoin the fray. Needless to say, it is an invitation we cannot refuse. Not when the alternative is Omega unleashing its creations on Eorzea. Well, Milan, are you ready to answer the call? Well, I'm afraid Biggs and Wedge won't be answering any calls just yet. They're still mending from the ambush in the control center. Yes, of course. We'll just have to struggle on without them for the time being. Don't worry. Nero and I will see that you receive all the support you need. Defeat is not an option. Hey, hanging in there, baby. There's a lot of... Okay, having fun?
Yeah.
That's good. I do believe Alpha here agrees. Oh, that reminds me. I've got something special for you, little fellow. Come with me. Hey, Karagosa. Aww. That is the minion I've seen people run around with a ton in this game. I wondered if this Alpha here would become that. A custom-made Ironworks uniform. Oh, you do look smart, I must say. He is part of the expedition team after all, and considering the dangers lurking in that rift, it's only right that we give him some protective equipment. That is a plush. That is a plush if I've ever seen one. It's just like the other plushes, like my Black Mage Chocobo plush. Let's see. He's part of the expedition team after all, and considering the dangers lurking in that rift, it's only right that we give him some protective equipment. Yes, Karagosa, I will play. I'm planning on playing 16 once I finish up the story mode of Street Fighter 6. How very thoughtful of you, Jesse. And there I was thinking you were just sizing him up for a new range of merchandise. Unlike you, I can do two things at once. There's literally a huge alpha plushie you can put in your in-game house in here.
Yes, that's true.
Oh, Amy has one. I wish I had that uniform. Really? I wouldn't be seen dead in it. This is perfectly acceptable attire for an engineer. Sturdy, practical, and best of all, most stains will scrub right out. I'm not sure it'd last long on you, what with all the fighting, but if you're desperate for a set, you're welcome to have a word with our tailors. Fascinating though this discussion of Ironworks garmenture undoubtedly is, might our time not be better spent, say, traveling to the Yawn? Omega awaits. You can get the outfit, you just needed to buy it from the cash shop. Of course. I've never heard of Dragon Sinker Ice Climber Kirby. What is this? Oh. Read the Mega Records or do Savage. Yeah, not doing Savage. Nope. Alright, let's go back to the Yawn. course I got the Arimon. It's so purple. And there's the party just hanging out. I feel bad. I do appreciate everybody joining me for these, though, even though you're just sort of hanging around. Take a good look, Milan. I think you'll find the wreckage down there quite familiar. How inviting. I'm ready when you are, Milan. Say the word and we'll take the plunge. Oh, I have to do... Oh, geez. I didn't realize I'd do another one of these. Alright, hold on. I gotta leave for a second. Guess we get a instance each time. Right then, into the yawn we go. I am with you, mortals, along with what scant wisdom I can provide. Yep, here we go again. Final Fantasy representation is in Smash is weird because it's only 7. I mean, they probably just went with the most popular one. Each set Final Fantasy is so different. How do you represent all of it, especially when it's just so vast? Well, the Rift seems... They got time, sure. Vanilla ice cream and a waffle cone get. That sounds lovely. Well, the Rift seems as much as it did before. And we appear to be mercifully solid. But I do detect some changes. If I'm not mistaken, there are fewer eggs floating in the ether. Welcome, Alpha Group. Your prompt arrival is appreciated. Omega, 'twould seem your experiment continued in our absence. Affirmative. Progress has been satisfactory. Approximately 50% of the test subjects have been eliminated. Each test world hosts an ongoing contest wherein the strong eliminate the weak. The process is certain, conclusive, inevitable. Every result matches the predicted outcome. Every result except yours. Do these images cause you distress? Please examine them closely. Without suitable stimulation, you may not exceed your calculated probability of success. Your survival is crucial to my study. Through you, I must continue to explore the contradiction I have discovered in your otherwise impotent kind. The ability to triumph against overwhelming odds is one which I must acquire. Just a sleeping potato. Foolish machine, what hast thou to show for all the years that have passed since the culmination of our war? Naught save thy continued existence. Hast thou no thought for what befalleth thy home star? Your attempts to provoke me will not succeed. I will follow my programming. Fight, win, evolve. Then I will return to... Error. Accurate rendering of planetary label impossible in current mode of communication. Terminating exchange and returning to priority experiment. Alterations to equipment parameters detected. Recalculating projected combat capabilities. Complete. I will now commence recording your practical performance. Proceed, Alpha Group. Overcome the obstacles in your path and reach the end of the course constructed for you. And there he goes. It seems we have our orders. Shall we cut a path through the chaff then? Cards. Nice. Those are some nice cards, which means... One moment. Card game Play. You mean to play a part in the proceedings this time? Of course that's what you meant. Well, we do have the authorization to fight in this area of the rift, so I suppose there's nothing to stop you from joining us. Welcome aboard, Alpha. This won't be important later on, surely. Yeah, who knows? I'm sure it will be. Reach the Sigmascape. Oh, I just realized. Is Delta like the fifth level? And Sigma would be 6? Oh, Alpha got trapped. Oh good, rotors. Oh no, he figured it out. Well, when it wasn't called this Deltascape anymore, I'm like, wait a second, I think I know what they're going for this time. And some Final Fantasy VI goodies now. Sweet. That explains Mary's love of the Sigmascape. I thought that was a different thing entirely. Oh boy. On different platforms. Looks like I gotta just hang in there. Oh yeah, these weird enemies. Eesh. Wow, Omega Raids become relevant again? Of course it does. Yeah, they're slapping me with their earlobes. It's weird. Whoa! Nicely done, Alpha. Everything is relevant in Endwalker, of course. It'll be a bit till we get there, but we'll get there. My hope is that I'm able to finish Endwalker before the next expansion comes out. Right, are we ready to... apparently not. Karagosa, nah, I played a little bit of Final Fantasy Star Online on GameCube, but not like actually online. I think I just rented it to see what it was like and didn't really click with me. Fortunately for you, I came prepared for the occasion. What a perfect opportunity to field test my latest creation. What the heck is he doing? I remember that weapon. Oh, hey, he's back in his armor. Good for him. Behold, the mark 58th Iron Nero, whatever, complete with the new and improved Mighty Mjolnir gunhammer. Step aside, Garland, and bear witness to the devastation. Nero Super Sentai. Of course. 48th, okay. Thank you, Sumo Moeni. Iron Nero. Wow, that is actually the name of what he's going with. Iron Nero. Some good music for this section, though. Oh, that's a lot of dudes. Yeah, I really do. I'm liking the Omega raids. Oh, good night, Cat Evie. Take care. That'd be nice, egg roll, if they could bring back Beautiful Joe. Probably won't happen, but it'd be nice. Should be the last point based on the last one. Boy, that's useful. Nope, still going. Hi, Cyber Bunny Mecha. Dataluma. Must be from 6, but I do not recognize this enemy at all. Good day, fine sirs. Indeed a Final Fantasy VI boss. It makes sense. Looks like somebody Sabin would fight. And that's it for him. I need to play World of Final Fantasy Cyber Bunny. That seems to be the end of them, and the path as well. As far as operational duration goes, that was pushing the limit. Still, it should suffice. Kept your glasses. In between scrambling to stay out of the way of Nero's new toy, I found myself wondering about that card you used, Alpha. Care to explain? References to Air Guys, that'd be something. I have that game. He boasteth that it is but one of many tools at his disposal. Be not deceived by his appearance. Like all of Omega's creations, Alpha was chosen for his prowess in battle. Boy, are they indicating something with that or what? Analysis complete. Results match revised projections. At this rate of improvement, you will fail to qualify as subjects of notes. Midgarsamore, your parameters are notably inferior. Dost thou believe me the mighty worm I was in life? That incarnation perished long ago. My fate was sealed the moment I delivered my spawn unto this far-flung star. That they might be suffered to remain, I did offer up my life unto Heidelin, abiding thenceforth in spectral form, a servant to be summoned in her hour of need. Your account correlates with my records. It explains why I arrived on this planet only to find that my journey's purpose was lost. Out of necessity, my priority shifted to repairs, even as I searched for a new target of sufficient strength. Yet, I still do not understand why you aid these creatures. I should think the reason plain, but mayhap 'tis not so for a soulless machine such as thee. By thee and thine was my home laid waste. The sound of thee, thy very scent, visiteth upon me a tempest of rage. I but lend these mortals what little aid I can render. So Omega destroyed the home of the dragons. Interesting. Illogical. If your purpose is to facilitate my destruction, it would require an entity more powerful than you were at your prime. Without the means to muster such might, your presence here is meaningless. The experiment continues. Alpha Group, your next opponent awaits you within the Sigmascape. Enter and commence the contest. Dragons are highly intelligent in this, Cyber Bunny. The Sigmascape, eh? I shall set to work analyzing the unspeakable horrors within. That should do it. Our new base of operations is up and running. Now, what I'd really like to do is delve a little deeper into Omega's past, but as our dragon seems disinclined to indulge my curiosity, we had best focus on the task at hand. Let's get on with conquering the occupants of this Sigmascape, shall we? Polyglot's excited. Final Fantasy VI time. Alright, what are we up against first? Before you cross the threshold, we should take a moment to discuss where we stand. That is the test that you would need to conquer, the Sigmascape. Is that a mask or a face? The castle was certainly a surprise, but this is verging on disturbing. And we currently have no idea what it might signify. My first instinct is to dive straight into our analysis. The problem being that without a reference point from within the Sigmascape to start from, we'll have no way of knowing if we're even analyzing the correct data. Which means you'll just have to go in blind. Hardly the best way to enter into a fight, but needs must and all that. Are you up for the challenge? Can I ask you to join him, Alpha? We seem to be fine out here, but Milan will need your authorization if he's to do battle inside the test world. Keep your wits about you, Savior. Your next opponent could be almost anything. What do they got to say? Nothing too much. Alright, Sigmascape version 1.0. Now to go rejoin the party. Oh, I rejoined the party. Alright, let's do the Sigmascape version 1. Oh, I thought I selected it. All set, Amy? I love you. Hope you're having fun.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Okay. Fortunately, when we play through Shadowbringers and Endwalker together, you'll be able to be a bit more involved.
No, this is great.
If you say so. Oh my god.
This is my favorite one. I love this.
Oh my god, they brought this back.
This is serious. This is my favorite one of the series.
Please tell me one of us is a monk.
Yes, soon is.
Okay, good. Soon, you are correct.
No, Lilyria is. No, it's Lilyria.
Mon, we've located the correct data. Your opponent appears to be a train?
Lilyria
He comes. Ah, okay, Liverella, thank you. We can't suplex it. Ah, the Final Fantasy VI battle music's so good. That's good.
This was worth it.
You haven't even played 6. I don't even think you've seen this.
This one's my favorite.
Wait till you... this is such a classic one. This is just cool. Quick, someone use a Phoenix Down. I have a Phoenix Down in my inventory, but I'm told you can't actually use it to kill it quick. This is amazing. Oops, accidentally muted. Time stage, you were so excited when this came out. I bet this was getting a lot of people talking. Probably kind of like how the whole stuff with Golbez is right now. I said there's a ghost coming at you. Stream can't handle all the... Oh god, the stream is lagging like crazy. We're... Too much awesomeness going on. Look at my screen, Amy, on the computer. I honestly can't do much about it. I'm sorry. This sucks. Why is it... Why can't it handle that? I'm not even dropping frames. Entering a passenger car. Okay, it seems like we're good again. Wow, it really was just too much crap happening on the stream. Siegfried? Who the heck are you? Yeah, there was too much going on. That's wild. And we're back to not struggling. Oh boy. Yeah, unfortunately, Jenny Buck, I am not set up for that sort of thing. Sorry about this. This is an awesome fight, though. Doom Chimney. I guess I need to be grabbed by one. Hug a ghost, okay. Oh, normally in the Fight of Ghosts, Solo Siegfried showing up as an Easter egg, so I got an Easter egg. Yeah, I have no idea who Siegfried is. That's cool. I'm so sorry about the choppiness. Oh no! I got caught. I'm guessing it didn't get this choppy in the other fights. Oh, I gotta hug another ghost, apparently. Go figure. Did not. The train is just too epic. Go figure. Figure's the coolest part is the part that struggles the most. I killed the ghost and we killed the train. Perfect. Good job, team. You're welcome. That ghost was the whole reason that train was still going. That was awesome.
That one's my favorite.
I can see why. I can absolutely see why. Oh, I gotta get out of here before I get stuck with those Sigmascape stuff. It's tough in 6 because sometimes Shadow will leave you. Oh, okay. Oh. Thank you for Doma. Interesting. I actually know what Polyglot, I have played enough that I know what this is in reference to. Oh, I got chills from that. That's good. Not exactly expected, but that's good. Yeah, I played it far enough in 6 that I did encounter the train. That's why I'm a bit familiar with it. The glorious absurdity of it all. Even you must have managed to smile. One wonders what Omega has in store for you next. A delinquent rowing boat, perhaps, or an angry cable car. And yeah, Pikmin 4 demo is out now. That's awesome. So Ian's childhood name is the same as Zion's son. Just a fun fact. That's interesting. Thank the gods you're fast on your feet. When I first saw you be facing a train of all things, I assumed I was hallucinating. But with that oddness behind us, we can be fully certain we have the right set of data for the Sigmascape. From what we've been able to determine, this is a recreation of a devastated world. Unfortunately, we have not found any clues to its origin. We came across several familiar terms, Doma included, but the arc of history is inconsistent with our own. Was Doma a thing in Final Fantasy VI? I actually don't know that. Given that Omega draws from realms which could be fictional or even other dimensional, we can only guess at the source upon which the Sigmascape is based. Doma Empire. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. But if it was fictional, it seems safe to assume that the author had a bad experience with the train. That's where Cyan was from. Wow. That's cool. Alright, Nero's still happy. Ooh, we get a gift after this one. Unfinished masterpiece. I expect you're still recovering from your last fight, but we should probably go over the details of your next opponent all the same. According to our research, you'll be pitted against a foe known as Chatternook. I do not know this character. Not a train this time, but some manner of animated painting. I'm more familiar with that in Dragon Quest XI. To be perfectly clear, the name refers more to the evil spirit that's taken up residence within the picture, but the picture part will be key to our strategy. To that end, Nero has thrown together a little something I thought might be useful. I do not know Chatternook. Everybody's like, oh, this should be fun and all that. So this, oh boy. A lot of Mr. Thous. Thrown together, he says. Do you know how difficult it was to translate your abstract fancy into an actual tool with practical applications? What you demanded was nothing less than a miracle, and a miracle I have delivered. I seem to recall you insisting on constructing it yourself. Still, credit where credit's due. Well done. Well, good night, egg roll. 16-hour workday has caught up with you. Yeah, not a surprise. Good night. History will appreciate my genius. To you I present the fruits of my labor, the Chocobo brush. I won't confuse you by trying to explain how it works, but suffice it to say that I have adapted the tool to combat the peculiar nature of your rival. Simply put, you will be able to directly influence the space around you by painting pictures. Okay? Naturally, this process will require paint. As for the color, subject, and efficacy of your masterpieces, well, that shall entirely depend upon your own artistic sense. Now back to you, Garland. Do you notice the absence of a steaming cup in my hand? If you truly value the efforts of your colleagues, you might consider filling the bloody kettle from time to time. Boy, they do have that divorced dad energy. Or is that another task his lordship the chief can't accomplish without the help of his subordinates? Now listen here, Nero. I apologize for the damn kettle, but this has nothing to do with my upbringing. Alpha's out. Or Alpha's going to change the kettle. Depending on how this goes, we're either going to end with this one or the next one. Let's see. All right. Alright, Sigma Escape V2. Oh, Cyan's name is one thing Woosley butchered badly. It was supposed to be Kyan. Oh, wow, that's interesting. A character from 6 was originally supposed to be called Kyan. His name's Cyan instead. That's very interesting. I never realized that. Alright, let's begin. Let's see if my stream can actually handle this fight. Hopefully. Jeez. I don't think I've ever had that happen before where it just couldn't... Yeah, where it just couldn't do it.
You said you weren't dropping frames? It was just...
Yeah, I only dropped a few frames. It was just... There was so much going on. The little streaming software could not keep up with it. It was...
I always get confused with this one.
Oh, no. Well, let's see what we're in for. Ah, what a splendid atelier. Look around you, hero. Plenty of things in which to dip that brush. Hey, there's Typhon. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying Pikmin 4, Karagosa. I don't know if it'd be my game of the year, honestly. Although I don't plan on picking it up. Not right away. Too much else to play. So that's where everybody got this emote from. I see now. Oh, wow. Beat him up! All its censored glory, yeah. We need the mist in order to maintain that modesty. I couldn't tell you. I just all of a sudden there's a vine and there's a girl putting a vine through him. Well, everything's on fire right now. I'm kind of just beating him up at the moment. Which one? Oh, if it goes in the picture, that gets rid of that ability. I see. I don't know. What happened? I don't know what was happening, I'll be honest. Yeah, I gotta stand behind the rock. Interesting. Yeah. I think you make that stuff come to life whenever you use it, and it protects against whatever abilities. Ooh. I assume I have to kill these things, or not? Sheesh. There's a lot going on with this guy. don't even think I fully understand it. Thank you, soon. Almost got him. There we go. Not too shabby. There is live. Welcome. How's the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV that has a 4 free trial and includes the entirety of Realm Reborn and the award-winning Heavensward expansion? Good. We're in the post-Stormblood stuff. Sibanon says, in FF6, Chatternook alternates between two forms, a woman and a demon. You can only kill the demon. If you damage the woman, she'll just resurrect with full health. Yeesh. Oh, you jerk stuck me with all the crap.
It was me. You don't blame anyone but me.
You jerk stuck me with all the crap. Filling up my inventory. Alright, I guess we'll see how long it takes to get to the next section, but yeah, I know you can go to the X the fastest. I wager that the spirit was less than thrilled at being beaten at its own game. I must say, these field tests are fast becoming my favorite part of this whole experience. Welcome back, Milan. I was on the edge of my stool watching you attempt to paint whilst fighting, but you soon seemed to get the hang of it. Well, no, I didn't paint at all, but my friends did. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Well, we're definitely not gonna be doing the 8th raid tonight. We might do the 7th and start next time with that boss, but we'll see how long it takes. Poor guy's coughing again. Poor Kai's had a cough. Hopefully, it won't wake himself up. I'm glad our makeshift solution worked as intended. Our makeshift solution worked as intended because I made it work. Painting is easy as is intending. I feel I should remind you, however, that the brush was very specifically designed with that arena and that foe in mind. Against aught else, it will avail you precisely as well as any other brush. One moment. Aye, this is Garland. Aye, that's great news. And what? Oh, they did they? Understood. We'll meet them out there. That was Jesse. Apparently Biggs and Wedge consider themselves well enough to pay us a visit. They're on their way to the yawn. Fancy a brief jaunt to the surface? No, thank you. I have data to analyze. Fine. Just the 3 of us then. That ship right there is now the most expensive thing in the that's the blackjack. That's the most expensive thing from the gold saucer, yeah. Look at the two of you up and about already. You gave us quite a scare. Four million gold saucer points in order to get that the blackjack mount. Chief, Milan, and Alpha 2, we didn't mean to drag you all the way from your work. Nonsense. After all you've been through, how could we not come running? Speaking of which, should you even be walking? The Traversion will probably want to have words with us later, but we just couldn't lie back and let you brave the rift on your own. Do you even have enough hands for that much work? Who's taking care of all the little jobs? Ah yes, the little jobs. It does seem like you two have spoiled me. I only recently learned that the kettle does not in fact fill itself, but we're muddling along somehow. Milan has been a pillar of strength as always. Alpha has proven to be a stalwart companion, and Nero has been invaluable and insufferable in equal measure. As for the test subjects themselves, they're certainly formidable, but Omega's experiment hasn't broken us yet. So go home, heal, and don't come back until you've fully recovered. It's good to hear that everything's going well, but you call us the moment anything goes wrong. We'll be out here in a wink, even if we have to crawl. Listen to me, Alpha. That uniform you're wearing makes you an official employee of Garland Ironworks. That means you call on us whenever you're in trouble and that we can call on you. It means you're not alone. Biggs and I have to go away for a while, so I want you to look out for Milan and the Chief for us, alright? Aw, he's so cute. Oh, before I forget, we brought you something to put a spring in your step. You can't fight Omega's creations on field rations alone. Ah. Something I will barely ever use. I guess strength or dexterity? Sure, this, whatever. I'm never going to use it. I was hoping it'd be the paintbrush emote, but oh well. Oh boy, what's Nero up to? Now what have we... This next one seems strong, but exhibits no other notable traits. How dull. The true challenge is this fourth opponent. But if I can find the patterns hidden in the chaos, then knowledge and reason will prevail. As soon as Final Fantasy VI enemies started showing up for these, I'm sure people were like, oh god, it's going to be Kafka at the end. For even the most random actions are products of an underlying logic. One has but to isolate the behavioral triggers. Oh my god. It tastes like salt water. Why would... I need to take a closer look at that card. Alpha Group shows signs of recovering from recent trauma, initiating action to maintain desirable stress levels. Ugh. I mean, that's right. Won't let you pass. Alpha and the Chief have already gone back in, so don't let us keep you. Our colleague over there should be glad to help you make the descent as soon as you're ready. This dreadful experiment may have a way to go yet, but if you keep taking it one battle at a time, you'll be fighting Omega before you... I mean, it will all be over before you know it. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I think at this rate, I'm going to get the, unlock the Sigmascape V3, and that'll probably be it. For tonight, since we're already got about 2 minutes left. But I do really appreciate everybody who's joined us for the party. And we made it through 6 of the 12. We made it halfway through. So theoretically, we might be able to finish up all the Omega Raid stuff next time. But let's just finish that up so we can unlock it. So what happened to Nero? Ah, back, are you? We should return it to the task at hand. Everything all right, Nero? You look a bit green around the gills. The kettle was full of salt water. Not the best stuff to brew coffee with, it turns out. Really? It wasn't my doing. Of course not. That would involve you filling it. The water came from Alpha, created by one of those cards of his. It was very thoughtful of him to make the effort, but next time I'd prefer a beverage that didn't leave me feeling ill. In any case, you can handle support for this third battle on your own. I want to begin preparations for the fourth. Fair enough. Right, Milan. Your next foe is simply known as the Guardian. Unlike that ordeal with Chatternook, this battle promises to be relatively straightforward. Courage and steel should be enough to win you the day. File I found on the Guardian says it was a weapon employed in the defense of an empire's capital city. That should give you some idea of the extent of its capabilities. Alright. The Guardian. And there we are. Let's exit out of here so we can hang out with the party as we're saying our outro. But yes, I do appreciate everybody here for joining me for these battles and all the waiting in between them all, because, boy, there's a lot of story there. But thank you, Amy.
Of course.
Hopefully everybody had fun, and we'll be back next Wednesday to finish off these Omega raids, I assume. And then everybody wants to see the Evilise raids, or, well, depending on how far Amy and I get, we might do the Stormblood story stuff and the Stormblood story stuff first. We'll see. We'll just see how much progress we make. But that is it for now. We'll be back on Sunday, for more Danganronpa 2, and Monday for the finale, probably, of A Link Between Worlds. Probably, definitely gonna be the finale, I'll be honest. And can enjoy that. And of course, next time we'll finish up Omega. So all that good stuff. Really do appreciate everyone for joining us. And let's see who we can raid real quick. Johnny's still playing FF14, so that feels appropriate. I don't know how far he is, but I think we're still farther for his than. Yeah, there we go. Let's do let's do train suplex. And we'll raid Johnny. Oh goodness. So we'll do that. Start that raid up. And yes, thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing more of you. And yeah, see you this weekend. Till then, everyone. Bye.